Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Just before this video starts, I do want to stress that the person I'm speaking about in this video, I don't want you guys to go and send hate to their channel. So I just want to stress that I don't hate this person personally. I just hate them from their YouTube persona, and I just want to stress that before the video starts. But welcome to the video. I guess some of you might have expected. I didn't really expect to make this one, if I'm being completely honest. I was really debating it, but we're here now. So I've got some points I'm gonna make about the person in this video, and there's a lot to talk about, so strap in. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. I said that about the mini KSI video, and it wasn't actually that long, but I can see this one being a lot longer, and it's going to take me a fucking year to edit. I wouldn't be surprised if this is out on Christmas Day, if I'm being completely honest with you. But yeah, let's get on to the first point. Actually, just before I do that, if you are a LegacyPaige supporter and you're just going to single-handedly dislike this video just because you like Paige, I completely understand that, but at least watch until the end of the video before you make a conclusion. Something that is very common with LegacyPaige and her channel is that she tries her hardest to hide all the negative things she's done / been a part of, so her audience and clan members don't realise she's actually messing up, and they just think, oh, Paige is doing fine. One example is, is something that she still tries to avoid talking about to this day, and she didn't do anything about, was her clan members being racist and bullying a 12-year-old. A 12-year-old MVP member in the form of Raz, to be exact. Now, Raz is genuinely one of the nicest members MVP have in the roster, so when I heard that 2 Legacy members at the time had made a group chat to be racist and to bully Raz, I was not happy. But I was more annoyed to hear that Paige literally did nothing about it. This literally led me to writing a huge paragraph in an argument to Paige, which she literally hardly took any advice to, seeing as she still has this sort of, like, if it's not broken, don't fix it mentality that she did a few months ago. Now, I don't think that these clan members are still in Legacy's clan, but I don't believe they left because of this situation. But it really springs to mind what the fuck goes on in Paige's head when she sees this, acknowledges this happened, and does nothing about it. Now, she could go on about how an ex-MVP member was, I guess, saying some things that were questionable, towards her gender, and, said, which I could describe as an iconic phrase. And yeah, at the end of the day, I've put in announcements that stuff should be cut out, so before she tries to criticise me for that, suck your mum. I mean, these members were in your server, and one of the rules in your server is literally no bullying and no racism. You've allowed people to not only go against just personal, I guess, rules, you shouldn't be racist, you shouldn't bully sort of thing, and you've literally allowed them to go against your server rules. I mean, I know they were your best players, but if you were that desperate to, have them in your team, then, like I said, it just screams that you're desperate. So, I mean, you do you, to be honest.
Living like a rock star, you know what I want. When time was going rocky, all you did was cut. You don't even know my story, you don't know the half. It's a life I wanna live.
Now, I'm pretty sure hypocrisy is like a common topic in a lot of commentary videos on other people, but it's a fair point to talk about. The thing I am going to talk about is how she sits on this high horse saying that she never really made a hate video, and she sort of looks down on people making hate videos, for example, Mythical. Yet, she literally did a live stream yesterday when I'm recording this, started quitting YouTube, and she literally slandered not only Mythical, but MVP as a team. Now, let me remind you, this is her reaction to watching Mythical's video on her. Like, I'm not saying put all the blame on Mythical, but why the fuck does she feel the need to slate MVP when just reacting to Mythical's video? I understand my comments are featured in Mythical's video, but that's just me as an individual, not the entire team. It just shows how twisted you really are and how you're trying to turn all the criticism on you onto another team that hasn't really had an argument with you since at least a month or 2 ago. Also, a couple of months ago, maybe like 5 or 6 months ago, she commented on Abe's 10-second video on me talking about how I had changed since I had 1k subs, but she's literally done the exact same thing she's criticising me for since she's hit 1k. I mean, I'd hate to be that guy, but something Paige seems to forget is that she's had help along the way. When I first met Paige was when I was doing a live stream on my channel where we raid people's stream and basically try and make their day by helping them gain some subscribers and make their stream more enjoyable. Paige was at just under 600 subs when we managed to find her, and we managed to get to 600 subs within the first raid. I collabed with Paige on a few Dead by Daylight videos, which to be fair helped not only her channel but mine. We also did the same thing when she was at like 700 or 800. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to claim we made her channel, that's not what I'm saying at all. She's definitely made a lot of her channel. I'm just trying to make the point that she's had a lot of help, and she seems to think that she's better than everyone else since she's hit 1,000 subscribers, in my opinion, but she's definitely changed. I think, like, literally I speak for everyone, and you have turned it into a really egotistical person, which I will get onto. In fact, I'll get onto that point now. So this now is the next segment of the video. I'm shit at commentary, man.
Living like a rock star, you know what I want. When time was going rocky, all you did was cut. You don't even know my story, you don't know the half. It's a life I wanna live. When I die, I wanna live.
Something I find funny about Paige is that she seems to think that she's bigger and better than everyone else, almost like she's looking down on people. I've got a story to tell you guys, and just saying that she said in a live stream, quitting YouTube because of all of the hate. The one she did yesterday after watching Mythical's video that I mentioned earlier in the video. But she described Mythical as irrelevant, and the ironic thing is he gets more views than her. Like, Paige, what did you think was going to happen? Like, come on. She also did this in a YouTube like Snapchat group chat that we made. Basically, we made a Snapchat group chat. It was meant to be like just YouTubers that we knew. It's basically so we could just talk privately. And she randomly added this boy that no one knew and wasn't like a YouTuber or anything, and wasn't associated with our YouTube community. So I basically said that Paige low-key ruined the group chat. To which she literally replied with this massive message, basically like, "Oh, go viewport your channel and stuff." But like I said, the ironic thing, my channel was doing better than hers, and still is. Like, what do you think is going to happen when you say things like that, when you don't actually understand what you're talking about? Like, where are the brain cells, Paige? Where are the brain cells? For someone as egotistical as you, surely you would do research before you start opening your mouth. I would show you all the evidence you need to see from that Snapchat group chat, but one, I'm not sure everyone in that group chat would want their messages said, who knows, and mainly because Paige deleted all of her messages and then conveniently left the group chat, and the boy that she added in the Snapchat group chat randomly took a screenshot and then left. So it's almost like she was planning something, so I had to go there, sort it out in advance. And what I mean by that is I took screenshots of our replies to what Paige was saying, and if you look on the screen you can kind of clearly see that we're signaling that Paige also doesn't get views, and you can quite clearly see that we are replying to what Paige is saying. So Paige can't even run away from the fact that she messaged the group chat just because she deleted all the messages. Another thing Paige likes to say a lot is the fact that she doesn't feel like she's done anything wrong, which is fine if you genuinely don't think you have, but at least if that was the case, Paige, at least now you would know that you've done something wrong. So hopefully you can shut the fuck up with that bold statement that just isn't true. To think that the definition of like having a big ego is looking at yourself in a really positive way, which is to an extent self-confidence, but one thing Paige does that really pisses me off is every argument someone makes, especially when, after the whole Mythical's irrelevant even though he gets more views than her, she just jumps once again on this high horse about how she has supporters, but what she doesn't realise is the majority of them are just people that want to be in your clan. And I know what you're thinking, Elliot, can't the same thing be said about you? To an extent, but at the end of the day, like, we have a proper recruitment system. Like, Paige still streams tryouts to this day, meaning to this day a lot of the subs that she's gaining are people that want to join her clan, but there's nothing really wrong with that. But I just feel like they're supporting Paige for the wrong reasons, but maybe I'm wrong. I just wanted to throw that out there. But I feel like Paige hides behind her audience too much because she literally uses it in every single argument. Like, it's fine to have fans that support you. If anything, I respect that. I respect all the fans that support me and will probably support me in this video, and maybe the fans will support you in this video. Who knows? I'm up for a debate, and I'm sure my fans, aren't just going to allow your fans to just come in here and fight your corner without you actually doing anything, because that's kind of what you're doing at the moment. And you're literally saying one thing, but when, you know, someone says something that's true, you're kind of just there like, oh, I don't really care if they expose me, but like, you're just trying to promote your fans into thinking that, you know, you don't care because you don't feel like you've done anything wrong, like you said, quote unquote. And I feel like it really needs to be, you know, mentioned that you have done something wrong, and if your audience actually had a brain cell, they would understand this. And if they don't, then it kind of proves my point to an extent that they're only really supporting you because they want to be in your clan, and they don't actually have a brain cell. They're just supporting you for a reason other than this. I could go on about how sometimes she hides the like to dislike ratio on some of her videos, but then again, I've done that to an extent in the past, so I'm not exactly going to criticise her for that. And on top of hiding behind your audience, you can argue that both of them are signs of insecurity, which is the next segment of this video. So I just thought I would let you guys know before the transition card.
Living like a rock star, you know what I want. When time was going rocky, all you did was cut. You don't even know my story, you don't know the half. It's a life I wanna live.
I feel like Paige speaks about other people's views in an argument, not only because she has like a massive ego, but because she's quite insecure herself. This can be backed up with the fact that she removes every stream, or almost every stream, that gets backlash or does badly in terms of views, which I think is to stop people criticising her in the long run for the lack of views she's getting, which is understandable, but it does still show insecurity. Now don't get me wrong, in this video I'm not intending to damage any insecurities that she might have. As I mentioned at the start of this video, and I'll mention it again, I don't hate Paige personally, and this video is just designed to help her as a content creator on YouTube. I remember when she had more likes than dislikes quitting YouTube stream, which led to her removing the live stream, which once again backs up the point and concludes that Paige 100% has some sort of insecurity regarding her YouTube channel, which leads to a lot of the reverse psychology that she seems to use when saying stuff like, I don't really care if people make a video on me, seeing as she quite clearly does, otherwise she wouldn't have made a live stream titled quitting YouTube and quote unquote say she wants to quit because of all the hate and the criticism she's getting, which is ironic because she says that after saying that she laughed watching Mythical's videos, or video on her. Like, why would you be crying, or like not crying but like upset about the criticism you're getting if you were laughing at his video? What the fuck is that hypocrisy then? I understand you're trying to remain positive in front of your audience, is what I would do, but sometimes you've just got to sit down and be like, you know what, I need to be honest with myself, which will stop making you look so insecure, meaning I wouldn't have been able to criticise you for this. So hopefully you actually understand this, and in the future you stop being a hypocrite and just showing signs that you're insecure, just so you can't be criticised in the future.
Living like a rock star, you know what I want. When time was going rocky, all you did was cut. You don't even know my story, you don't know the half. It's a life I wanna live when I die.
Something Paige seems to do is manipulate and twist a lot of topics. I mean, it's either that or she's just super unintellectual. One example is when I mentioned how she took criticism from Mythical and just tried to publicly slander MVP for no other reason than she just disliked us and that she just can't handle being under the pressure, like I mentioned a minute ago. One thing I do want to mention is towards at the end of this video, I'm sure there'll be a way she tries to spin this video in her favour, but hey, at the end of the day, I'll be able to showcase that in a follow-up video. I would do a conclusion, but for a change I'm going to let you guys make your own, because I don't want to see like I'm trying to manipulate you into believing me. I'm going to just let you do your own conclusion. Once again, I don't want you guys to go and send hate to Paige on my own accord. If you have enjoyed this video, then make sure to smash the like button, and obviously if you are new, make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you never miss a video or live stream. Paige, if I wanted you to take anything from this video, like mainly, is don't try and lie out of the situation. There is evidence in this video, there are solid points in this video that have been backed up by, once again, evidence, and if you are going to try and manipulate the situation, then good luck, because I'm a lot smarter than you, and you know that. And like don't get it twisted, I don't feel like I'm the smartest person in the world. I'm sure there is things that Paige is good at, well, manipulating for stuff. Moving on. But yeah, don't try and lie out the situation, it won't work, and I can promise you that. Anyways, like I said a minute ago, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. See ya. Peace.